Right, so again we're continuing with our live code completion task, and this time we are going to be looking at how we work out the length of each pupil's name. Now again, this is using a predefined function and it is called length. So it's going to be a hard one to remember, guys, but if you want to find out the length of a string or a number, then you'll be using the predefined function length. So basically what that's going to do is calculate how many characters is in the variable that we're using it to work out. Okay. Now we are going to start off by making sure we've got our program open. Okay. And we're going to be storing the length in an array. So after the array percentage we created last time, we are going to put another comma in, and we're going to create an array. I'm going to call it array. I like a lowercase a in my arrays, and I'm going to call it name length. Okay, so I'm letting anyone who reads my program know that this array is holding the name length. Now, in here, we are going to initialize. So after our initialization for our array percentage, I'm going to hit return, and we're going to put 0 into the array name length. Okay, and again, ensuring we put loop at the end to access each individual index of that array. Okay, now down in our main loop in process details, we are going to here underneath calculate number of characters in each name stored in the array. We're going to put in the code that's going to calculate the length of each name in the array. So again, it's another straightforward one. So put, and you write out the name of the predefined function you want to use, and then in brackets you put in the name of the array you want to check. Okay, so it could be a variable, doesn't need to be an array every time. So put the length of array name, and again it is an array, so you need to use a loop to access each of the individual indexes. Okay, and we're going to put the length of array name loop, and we're going to put it into our array name length, I think it's called. I'll go double check. Array name length, array name length. Perfect. So once we've done that, once we run our program, we will have so many, every time it loops, it will take the pupil's name that was entered at the start, and it will calculate the length and then store that in its own array. Oh, I've missed out the loop at the end there, so my program wouldn't have worked. Glad I spotted it before I continued on. Okay, so once we've got that, all we have to do now is go to the display details. Okay, and then if you look here, we've got name length. So what we have to do is, after our array percentage loop, we'll put in here and tab. So we are again separating the data. Okay, and we're going to put the array, oh that's terrible spelling from myself, so array name length. Okay, and then loop. So when we run our program, we'll have our array name, we'll have the pupil's mark, we'll have their percentage rounded to 2 decimal places, and then we're going to have the length of their name. Okay, now what you can do and will be doing in the extension task is calculate the average name length. Now what you will need to do for that is add together all the name lengths in a running total, the same as we did for the total mark. Okay, and then you'll need to work out the average length by dividing the total length by the amount of pupils. Okay, and then you'll display it down here, very similar to what we did for the average mark. Okay, I'm not going to show you how to do it, you'll just need to figure it out. Okay,